Hi, Kathleen and Jim. This is Mike here. Just wanted to show you a quick look around with what I was going to be providing. I shared you both into the base module version of Spreadsheet Lab Manual 2026. I guess I got to update the year here, but it's basically like a living edition, and any one of the modules, any one of the files you open up, the document you'll want to see is the table of contents. That's kind of the key for everything. So I'll show you on there where you can find everything and then just show you each file type. So it's got like some basic, like any textbook would be laid out. It's got the intro like documents up first, and then it's got modules for math, general ones. This one's a useful one for everything, but then each physics or chemistry module you can look at a quick description here, overall standardized file structures, which I'll get to in a moment, and then longer descriptions for each module, including what's included in the resource library. Effectively, what you have here is for the file types, the lesson plan teacher prep document. It's got a lesson plan, which shows you the objectives, topic areas, and teaching strategies. And then the teacher prep guide, that also again tells about the standard layout of the files or suffix system of the files. But then you've got basically your first time prep instructions, which include how you could earn professional development credit for completing a module, and then lesson delivery, which is for what you would do with it in class, because the whole idea here is that we're going to get the kids prepped on spreadsheets. We have a base module that has a procedure, and that procedure always has the exact what to type in what cell. And for ease of use for language limited students, I had the columns highlighted and matched up with the highlighting color in the cells, so that they would always be able to find the cell address. There's a quick introductory PowerPoint, usually no fewer than 10 slides. 10 slides or fewer because it's meant to be like a quick 5-minute review. Then you get into building the model, which is file 4. That's the template file. And finally, the coded model, which is the spreadsheet. And lastly, of course, you have the answer key, which is basically the doc file with explanations for anything that you did, including, what spreadsheet manipulations would be necessary. So the reason I have all this together and what I'm hoping to do in the future, starting maybe next school year, is to provide a workshop, which only I would be able to provide because you would have to have familiarity with every single one of these modules. And in order to simultaneously have as much learning happen as possible by as many teachers, what we would do is we would take a department and hopefully jigsaw up the entire topic area where each teacher would take one module, learn it for the first hour, become an expert, and then the second hour, maybe in groups of 4, you could group up and do like a pair and share or something where the teacher could teach everybody else. But with standardized document organizational structures and an organized method for professional development that teachers can actively pursue, this could be a fully automated way to accomplish computer science for all, where students will get to realize a lot of the benefits of spreadsheets. So hopefully you're able to navigate around. I shared you in both for all Excel and Sheets. So where I showed you around was mostly in Sheets because that's where I have some of my working models that have been modified. But modification and differentiation of activities, that's something that every teacher does, and that's too specific to be done for everybody. But like what I have here where I did gravitational fields with my students, the base module, if you color code the cells, looks like where the formulas would go in. I don't even have this one done up yet because it's still in my Lindenwald files, but I have the procedure with the highlighter colors in there. That's not in the base Spreadsheet Lab Manual revision. The base model is the bare bones. Every model has the same, there's no color coding at all. It's just the text, but it's basically the minimum amount of material you would need in order to time effectively leverage the value additive spreadsheets for a lot of different things that you could otherwise not be able to do because of the basically infinite computational power upgrade you get from the modern microprocessor that is leveraged with the spreadsheet for learning. So there's a lot more information about that on the website, www.spreadsheetlabmanual.com. That's the so I jumped right to the website here rather than having you watch me search for it. But effectively, what's going on here is this is my case to everybody that this is something that everybody needs. And understanding that if everybody needed it at the same time and was to pursue me for professional development, it would be impossible for me to show up everywhere at one time. So I set this up so, it's as automated as it can possibly be, and that teachers can pursue their own professional development once they get started. But that's something that I've done a lot of study and a lot of work on, and I feel prepared to do, and it would be for a fee. Because I only have a limited number of personal days and limited availability. But I really do believe that this is that the spreadsheets give a competitive advantage to teachers, and we're in an era where I don't consider this an invention. I consider it a discovery, and with that, it's hard to know how to share this with other people because I have basically my entire life invested into building a business model and developing and working out models. But essentially, what we would do as professionals is I would offer a forever license. And the forever license means any module that you complete as part of your professional development, you would have forever usage permitted and forever copyright permitted at that school. I would never expect somebody or want somebody to unlearn what they learned with these resources. And also, you would have the opportunity to create new resources and share those in. And as a result of the fact that new people, new members are going to pay for their first time use, then there's a royalty opportunity for any new content creators. That's sort of why I expect to get a lot more resource and expect this to grow. And that was the thing that I had to really study when I thought about how to involve people in this. And the way I'm going to try to start doing it, at least with the early adopters, is through these PD files. And the PD files for any given module, the terminal velocity one has a little bit extra stuff worked up. But in the PD file, everybody that's shared into the viewer as a viewer on the main file is an editor on the PD file. So you could add your own file folders and then nest inside them any new work that your teachers, colleagues have produced, and then sharing across the board with everybody in the community. Different schools will have potentially different files, but other teachers could be able to view them. And that, I think, the leveraging the shareability of files is why we have demo days like this. And just what really excites me about Spreadsheet Lab Manual is the same thing that excited Bill about fluid dynamics. And that is like probably one of the last frontiers in scientific discovery and building. And, I think that the leveraging of the spreadsheet for STEM learning is something that it's not an invention; it's a discovery. But the time savings that can come from being able to use these modules and share them as a group, that's what I'm looking to be able to export to schools. And there's so many different things you can do just in physics, but we can't forget about all the applications in chemistry, biology, and math, and how synthesizing them all with the same approach can carry a lot of benefit for the students. But thank you for taking the time to learn about these resources. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always there and ready to talk spreadsheets. Have a good one. And thanks again. Nice seeing you this afternoon, today. Nice seeing you today.